We continue our dialogue with Megan West, a recovering opioid addict from Sheldon, who is 7 months sober. This week, we look at policies under consideration by Vermont legislators, such as safe injection sites, decriminalizing buprenorphine, and whether such measures help or hurt opioid addiction. Megan, when you were in prison, were you given any form of treatment?
I wasn't. So when you're a federal inmate in a state prison, you don't have the luxury of detox medication. I mean, yes, they give you Tylenol, but they don't give you Suboxone or methadone while you're in prison, unless you're a state a state criminal, or you either had to have a prescription while you were in prison, or they need to find you
because
eligible.
you were indicted for a federal crime, but you were in a state prison.
Yes, I was.
So what happened? Did you go through detox on your own?
Yes, I did detox on my own when I was in jail. So they gave me like comfort meds, they like to call it, and it was Tylenol and like anti-throw up medication, but it wasn't anything like Suboxone or methadone.
So I want to explain to our audience that Suboxone consists of a couple of medications that help get over opioid dependency. Buprenorphine is one of them, the main one, and when it is taken sublingually, it's very safe and effective. But when snorted or injected, it causes euphoria and positive reinforcement that can lead to addiction. Now, some in Vermont are pushing to decriminalize buprenorphine. They say that, many addicts feel shame. They don't want to go and get treatment, so they just want to self-medicate on the streets. And buprenorphine or bupes are abused in other countries like Finland, Scandinavia. There's a high possibility of doing that. So what is your take on decriminalizing this drug as a form of rehab?
I would have to say I'm not for it. I think that it's a medication that needs, a doctor's care.
Right.
I mean, there's many people, including myself, that is on a program for Suboxone, and there was many things that I had to do in order to be on that. And I don't think anybody that doesn't have a doctor's degree can say, well, I'm going to go buy a 12 milligram strip and take it. I mean, you don't know what you need to be on, and I think people need to be monitored. I'm not for it at all.
And so the understanding would then be is that if you are going for medically assisted treatment with Suboxone or methadone, counseling has to be a part of that.
Correct.
You don't just take the pills and...
No, I mean, there is a process and there is a wait. I mean, we do have an epidemic here in Vermont, and
yes.
I mean, you can find that anywhere. I mean, it's sad because Vermont, when I was growing up, never used to be this bad. And
right.
There was many things I had to do to get on the Suboxone program.
So you earned it.
I definitely did earn that.
Now, what are your thoughts about safe injection sites? When you were an active user, would you have gone ahead and tried one of those sites?
Absolutely not. I'm not for it. I'm not gonna sit here and say that here's Vermont, we're promoting drugs, and it's okay to come in and shoot up and somebody can watch over you. I don't agree with it at all. It's not safe. It's saying, come here, drug dealers, come to Vermont and promote drugs. I mean, you have young children, you have people like me. I'm not going to have people going around and saying, Vermont, I live in Vermont and drug dealers are welcome here. And I mean, that's not what it's for.
You had told me that you have a 14-year-old son and you don't want him to think that it's okay to go in and okay.
I do, yes, I have a 14-year-old son, and when the time does come and he does ask me questions about my addiction, I'll be completely honest with him. I don't wish that upon anybody's child, including, mine. I mean, I know what it's done to me and my own family, and, they haven't been really a part of my life because of addiction, and now I have to earn that as well. So, it's been a struggle.
On that note, what would you like to share or tell Vermonters about your path to recovery?
I would have to say I didn't get 7 months sober because I was sitting on the couch eating, Fruit Loops and stuff like that. I had to really work for my recovery. Every day I get up and, it's not that I don't do anything. I go to AA meetings. I have a recovery coach.
Right.
I do community service hours. I am on the program. I have random UAs yes, I am federally indicted, and I have things that I need to do for them as well. And I go above and beyond to want to help not just myself, but other people, because I understand the struggle.
Yes.
I guess when I hit my rock bottom, I just knew that I didn't want to be this person living in jail for the rest of my life and having my children not know who I am or my family. I've put, you know, people that I love in danger, and I've hurt them, and I'm sick of seeing their faces. You know, my dad had once said to me, you know, I'm really disappointed in you, but I'll always love you. And just to hear that, it affects me every day. So, you know, recovery is great if people can really do it and just push through it and just reach out. And so now I'm on my Facebook, and I'm asking people to reach out, even if they want to go to a meeting. I'd be more than glad to meet them. When I'm a year sober, I plan on to be a recovery coach to help people like myself.
Thank you for sharing your
You're
story.
welcome. Thank you for having me.
We're all rooting for you.
Thank you.